red rabbit is home. It's here. I picked it up from the city and I'm so excited. Hello everyone. So today, if you are new here, my name is Carolyn. I am a freelance illustrator and writer and book content creator on YouTube and Instagram, and I've just started making TikToks, and I'm just trying to do the content creation thing. So anyway, I recently, 2 months ago, I won first place in the Society of Illustrators Student Scholarship Competition in New York City. I went to school for illustration in Manhattan. I went to the Fashion Institute of Technology, and I did this painting in my senior year. I graduated in 2021, and it won the first place prize, and I still can't believe it. It was on display at the Society of Illustrators for 2 months, and I went to pick it up recently. I also went to the Met that same day, and I hadn't gone to the Met in about 2 years, and the Met was always one of my favorite places when I lived in the city, and so going back was so wonderful. I saw some of my favorite paintings again. Anyway, I thought we would unbox the Red Rabbit together. So this is a painting that I did. I did a whole video on it. If you want to see my painting process, I will link that in the cards. And this painting means the world to me. And I'm so happy that it's back, that it's home, because I obviously had to give it to the society for them to display it. But anyway, today, this video, I've been freelance for about a year now. I wanted to just be honest with you guys about how it's been going, how being a content creator on YouTube and Instagram is, and just sort of tell you what I love about it, what I'm struggling with. I also have an Etsy restock, so I just wanted to talk to you guys a lot about what I've been working on and work in general and art and all that good stuff. I thought we would unwrap the Red Rabbit together and possibly hang it on my wall. I have 2 spots of where I think I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to put it over here. But I have Monet's Water Lilies, which is one of my favorite paintings, on the wall, and I think I'm going to replace it with my Red Rabbit, which I feel like I am nowhere near as talented as Monet, but it's nothing against Monet. Anyway, let's unwrap the Red Rabbit. There he is! Oh my god! He's home. I love how it came out with the matting and everything. It's just so perfect how it looks all framed up. Sorry, try not to get the window glare. There is my Red Rabbit painting. It is oil on board, if you're wondering. With a beautiful, beautiful matting. I got this frame. It's like a faux copper frame so that it matched the brush and the pocket watch. But I think I'm going to hang it, and I'm so excited. This is the first time that I will be hanging this painting because I always had it. I didn't have it framed for a while, and then when I won the award, I had to get it framed, obviously. So this is the first time that I'm going to hang it on my walls, and I'm very excited. Yay. Ooh, oh my god. Ta-da! Oh. Do I like it there? It's quite the statement. Yeah, I feel like this is too like dark box. I try to make it more fluid and organic. I feel like it's too boxy. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. I can change it, that's fine. Okay, to be honest, I don't love it there. I think it was bigger than I was expecting. It was bigger than the Monet frame, so I feel like I might either shift it or put it somewhere else. I'm not sure. I'm going to leave it there for now. But anyway, and then really quickly before I get into talking about what I think about freelance and all that stuff, why I love it, why I'm struggling with it, Before I get into that, I do want to talk to you guys about my Etsy restock on Saturday the 13th, and I'm very excited for it because I have 3 new author portraits. So if you guys don't know about my Etsy shop, then I have a whole playlist of videos talking about my Etsy shop. If you want a bunch of information, I don't really want that to be this video just because I've talked about it so much on my channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. But what I sell on my Etsy shop is these things that are behind me, and they are my on-the-page author portraits, which is a series I started in college, and then it became this whole big thing where basically I draw graphite portraits of my favorite authors or your favorite authors, and I put them on the digital page of their handwritten manuscripts or illustrations or the text of their books, and I have 3 new ones that I am excited to show you, and I am going to be restocking some old ones, so definitely check that out to see which ones I will be restocking from the past. But the 3 new ones I will talk to you guys about. The first one is George Orwell, and he is on the page of 1984, of course. And then on the other side, he is on his handwritten manuscript of 1984. 1984 is one of those books that I loved when I was in high school. I read it for the first time in high school, and I have yet to reread it, so I would love to reread it sometime soon. And then the next one that I have, oh, something else that I just want to mention is I have been doing reels, which is something that I want to talk about as well after I talk about my Etsy shop. But reels on Instagram, I've been making the short form videos, and I've been uploading some of them to my YouTube channel, and I downloaded TikTok. I'm just trying to do the social media thing. And anyway, I made a post about bookish tattoos for 1984 that were inspired by the first line of 1984, and I also did a little video of a process of me drawing George Orwell and then putting him on the page. So if you're interested in seeing that, then I will link all of that stuff. My social media is always linked down below. And then the next one that I have is Kurt Vonnegut, and he is on the page of his text and illustrations of Slaughterhouse-5, which I recently read Slaughterhouse-5 this year, and I fell in love with it. I love his illustrations. And then we also have his typewritten manuscript of Slaughterhouse-5. Doesn't he have such a fantastic face? I love hearing his lectures, and they're filmed on YouTube. Anytime he talks about writing, about storytelling, he is just so wonderful to listen to. So love Kurt Vonnegut. And then the last new author portrait I have is George Eliot, and she is on the page of the text of Middlemarch, and then on the other side she is on the handwritten manuscript of Middlemarch. So like I said, these are first graphite drawn on white paper, then I overlay the texture of an old book page, and then I add the text, all using brush tools and multiply layers, all of that good stuff on Photoshop. So anyway, those are the 3 new author portraits. My Etsy restock is happening this Saturday on the 13th, and I'm very excited for it. And that kind of gets me into talking about freelance now. So what do I do for work? Well, I make YouTube videos, clearly, and I have loved making YouTube videos ever since I was little. I made videos for fun, not to upload or put anywhere, but when I had the really small iPods that had the video camera feature, I was filming my family, filming myself, literally talking about nothing. I did a lot of makeup videos when I was like 15, and then I got into booktube, and that's when I actually started doing something with the videos and became a huge reader, and now it's just like my entire life. And so anyway, I make videos. I love making videos, and your support I can't even begin to describe. And then I also have my Etsy shop, which happened very organically because I got furloughed from my job at a bookstore in 2020 because of the pandemic, and I needed to make money. So I decided to open up my Etsy shop because I was posting about my author portraits, and you guys, the followers that I had made on Instagram and YouTube for the past couple years, really liked my work, and they always asked if I was selling my work, and I never sold my work before, but I always wanted to be a freelance illustrator and write and illustrate books some days, but that was the first stepping stone for me. So then I started my Etsy shop, and that has been the most incredible thing, and I've been able to be freelance because of you guys, and because of my Etsy shop, because of my YouTube, and I can't even get into how special that means to me. And then obviously I have my Instagram. I just started making reels. I've been having so much fun with my reels. I had held off downloading TikTok till 2 weeks ago. I hadn't downloaded it at all through the pandemic or anything until recently, where I wanted to upload my own videos, and then I just started watching. And I've been very good with it. I don't go on for very long, which I feel like, because my whole job is social media, that I'm like, I need to take a break. But that's a whole nother story and part of this video. But anyway, so because of all of these different things and commissions, I've been accepting commissions. All of this has been a wonderful way for me to find opportunities for me to get my artwork out there and for me to do really exciting projects. One of them I just did for my favorite literary podcast, Tipsy Tolstoy, and I have the tote bag right here. So I designed their new artwork for their podcast, and they put it on a tote bag. They sent me a bunch of merch, and never in my life did I think my artwork would be on Spotify for a podcast. And so that's what's so incredible about putting yourself out there on social media and networking and talking to people and connecting with people. Matt and Cameron, the co-hosts of Tipsy Tolstoy, are fantastic people, and because of my love of Russian literature, my friend Sam introduced me to the podcast, and then I started talking about the podcast on my YouTube channel, and I think that's how Matt and Cameron were aware of my existence, and then they asked me to do the art for them because they knew I was an illustrator. So just the way that opportunities work on social media is incredible. I am basically doing what I've always wanted to do. I never really saw myself in an office job. I always wanted to be a writer and an illustrator for books, and I am in the process of doing that, but that's where we kind of get into my struggle now. So YouTube takes a lot of work. I love it, but it takes a lot of work. Etsy takes a lot of work. I wrap everything myself. I handwrite notes. I ship everything out myself. I don't have anyone editing anything. I don't have anyone filming anything. I'm basically a one-woman show where I have my YouTube, I have my Etsy, I try to post on Instagram consistently. Now I'm doing reels based on bookish tattoos. Really quickly, I'll get into that. So basically, I was watching a bunch of reels, and I saw a bunch that were ideas for people, or tattoo ideas for people that love bread, or that love dogs, or tattoos for people who feel lonely. And they were just like a bunch of random tattoo ideas that I thought were great, all from different illustrators and artists and creatives, and they were so inspiring, and I loved that style of video. And I thought, hey, what if I did tattoos based on books and bookish tattoos, because I have been wanting bookish tattoos for years, and I'm just a very indecisive person. I have one tattoo on my wrist, and that's 3 stars. They are the stars from the illustrations from the book The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, and I have wanted more bookish tattoos since then, but I always look on Pinterest for inspiration, but I haven't really come up with anything that I want permanently on my body, just because I think that it's a very big decision. At least for me, I want to make sure that I'm 100% in love with the idea. So anyway, I thought, how fun would it be if I did bookish Instagram reels with, tattoos inspired by books. So I started with Pride and Prejudice, and then I've done Song of Achilles, Anna Karenina, Jane Eyre, 1984, ones that are inspired by Vincent van Gogh, which I love so much, and Alice in Wonderland, and I have one going up today. Anyway, I love doing that, and it has created a wonderful influx of people finding me on social media, because right now reels are really popular with the algorithm on Instagram, all that stuff. Reels are kind of taking over, which I have a love-hate relationship with. Like I do miss the old Instagram where it's just photos and captions, but I do feel like there is so much creativity and opportunity with Reels, and I think that it's so fun. I love making videos, clearly, but I think doing short form videos where it doesn't take as much time, they're fun to put together. You could put whatever music you want over top of it. It's really exciting. And yes, so I'm having such a great time with that. But again, my point is that everything takes a lot of time, and it's basically my full-time job, when my dream in life is to be a writer and to illustrate the books that I write. But that's not making me money currently because I'm not published yet. I'm working on my first debut novel. I love this story. I put my heart and soul into this story. But the hard part is that I feel half guilty and half not guilty when I work on it, because I'm not getting paid to sit down at my computer and write this book yet. If it ever gets published, then obviously I will be making money from that, and that's what I always wanted my job to be. But right now, trying to gain an audience and create content for people to enjoy, and content that I love and that I want to see, and I've always had so many ideas and so many hobbies, and I love that I can do multiple things and not just one thing, because I've never been that kind of person to sort of just do one thing. And I'm excited and happy, and I'm living my dream of being able to do tattoo ideas 1 minute, and then do author portraits another minute, and then make videos another minute, and then do all these different things, create artwork for people that I, admire. And I am just so grateful for what Instagram and social media and YouTube has done for me, and my Etsy shop, giving me the tools that I need and the money that I need to create more. And that's all because of you guys. And I just can't thank you enough. I really, really can't. Every time I talk about this, I just feel like I'm going to burst into tears, because you're making me able to live my dream and able to create the things that I want to create. I've never seen myself in a 9-to-5 job, and I'm so happy being a freelancer. But now we're going to get into my struggles. So my struggles with it is that because I work from home, I have a really hard time stopping work. I'm always the kind of person where once I'm done editing a video, I'm like, okay, I'm going to work on a reel now, and then I'm going to do a new author portrait, and then I have to upload those pictures to Etsy. But first I have to take pictures of the prints to put it on Etsy, and then I have to edit the pictures, and I want to, always stay active and stay in everyone's, social circle, I guess, because I don't want to fade away, or I want to keep with the algorithm of YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and everything. And that can get really, really stressful, and that can get very overwhelming. And that's a really big thing that I've been struggling with, where I'm having a really hard time separating work from my regular life. My work life and my regular life, they're kind of one at the moment. And then with writing my book, I'm sort of feeling half guilty of, whenever I'm sitting down to write this book, I'm like, well, will it ever get published? I love this story. I want it to be read by people. I want to, work on the illustrations for it, but that's illustrations that I can't show. And I'm working, but I don't have anything to show for it yet, because I don't want to show that yet because it's not published yet. So it's this whole battle between what I want to do forever in the future, which is write and illustrate, and what I'm doing right now that I love. I love doing what I'm doing right now, social media and content creation in my Etsy shop, but I never saw that as my permanent job. I would love to continue doing it, but maybe not so aggressively, where I'm trying to post all the time, every day, on the schedule, whatever. I always saw myself just writing and telling stories and illustrating stories, and I want to do everything, but I don't know if I'm capable of having or even having the time to do everything. So it's just this really hard battle with myself of trying to find time to do everything. And if you are also freelance, why I'm talking about this is because I just want to be completely transparent about what I'm going through, and I guess to be honest with you guys, tell you guys how much your support really does help me and how much you mean to me, and also if there are other people out there that create content on social media and that are freelance or want to go into freelance, or you're interested in freelance, just know that there are a lot of struggles that come with it, but there are struggles that come with any job, and that's what I keep telling myself, because I go through these spurts of looking at 9-to-5 jobs in New York City. I never really, I can't see myself working in the city. Maybe someday. I never say never, but I always have my eyes open to possible 9-to-5s. But if I get a 9-to-5, that means I can't do what I'm doing now with social media and YouTube and Etsy full time, because I won't have the time for that. I will be commuting into the city 9-to-5, getting home by 7, wanting to go to bed so that I can wake up and do it all over again. So it's one or the other, really, and I am not making, complete transparency. I'm not making as much money as I would with a 9-to-5, but I'm trying to pursue my dream. And so and I have the opportunity where I'm still living at home with my parents. I'm 23 years old. I don't have a lot of external expenses yet. And so right now I feel like this is my perfect opportunity to work my hardest now, create as much as I can, create and gain an audience and connect with people. And you guys, I always hate calling it an audience because I feel like you're more like my friends, because I talk to you guys like we're friends, because we are friends. So anyway, trying my best to, I guess, create something before I have more adult obligations. And every time I look at the 9-to-5 jobs, I don't see myself doing that, and I feel like I'd be giving up my dream by doing that. But that could also be another great opportunity. So again, never say never. But it's just this whole battle of, am I doing the right thing? And I love what I'm doing. I've never been happier doing what I'm doing. I have so much freedom to do and create the content that I want to create and that I think you guys will enjoy. No one's really telling me what to do. I'm sort of doing what I think you would enjoy, doing what I would enjoy, and that's always been my number one thing with creating content online, is I want to be having fun doing it. And I've always lived by the philosophy of do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life, which I agree with, but I also don't agree with at all at the same time, because all I do is work, but it's work that I love. So if you love what you do, you will work all the time, but you'll love the work that you're doing. Yeah, my biggest struggle, I guess, is, I don't know, there's so much time management and not being overwhelmed and giving myself space to have relaxation time, give myself breaks, not be so focused on always being on my phone. That's a huge thing that I'm just having a really hard time with, is I'm always glued to my phone. I always want to stay accessible to you guys. If you message me, I want to answer. If you guys are commenting on something that I've put out there, I want to comment back. And it's hard when I feel like I take my time away and I'm not talking to you guys. I don't want you to think that I'm not looking at what you're saying, and it's all part of my love and my appreciation for you, but also giving myself the space from social media that I need. So it's this whole big mixed bag of I'm so grateful and happy of doing what I'm doing, but at the same time, it's really, really hard. But I love it, and that's another hard part, is that it's a lot of work, but I love it, and it's stressful, but I love it, and I want to be writing and illustrating my book, but I love doing what I'm doing with social media. So it's this whole big thing. I think what I'm saying is, if you're freelance, if you're interested in freelance, I don't know how you'll perceive whatever I've talked about, whatever I've rambled about. I'm sorry this is just one big rant, but that's kind of what I just wanted it to be, because I feel like it's just me talking to a friend. And I want to be honest and open with how it's been for me. So just know freelance, if you want to be freelance, it's really important to put yourself out there because that's how opportunities will come your way. Know that if you work from home or work from a studio, this is, I guess, my at-home studio where I always work from. It's a lot of work, but it's work that you will love doing if you're creating something that you love and that you're passionate about. And having a community of people that all they want to do is support you and be there for you, it means more than words can say. You guys mean more than words can say to me, and it's such a rewarding thing to do. Be freelance, create content, and I guess just be on social media. It's such a rewarding thing, but it comes with a lot of struggles, and it comes with, but again, that's like all jobs. All jobs have positives and negatives. A positive to being freelance is you are your own boss. The lighting is getting weird, I'm so sorry. A negative to that is that freelance is not the most social. Even though you're on social media and you have a social media presence, you don't have coworkers to mingle with. You don't have people that you're always meeting new people. You are meeting new people and you are talking to people. It's very dark in here now all of a sudden because the sun went behind the cloud, but you are talking to people, but it's online. So again, I'm always on my phone. I'm always making new friends online, but I'm not making a lot of new friends in real life. So it just has pros and cons. And I guess you have to weigh out those pros and cons and say what's more important for you and what is worth it. And I think all of this is worth it for me. I hope the video quality is not garbage right now. Okay, the sun is coming back out. But anyway, yes, I just know that if you want to go into freelance, if it's what you love, I can't recommend it enough. But it doesn't have the security that a 9-to-5 job has. And if you're in an opportunity where that's okay, for me right now, I'm trying to make that work and I'm trying to build something for myself. I guess it's just personal. It's personal for everybody. And what you can do, what you're able to do, it's just, I think it's such a worthwhile pursuit. And I'm reading books. Are you kidding me? Like, if people said that I would get paid essentially to read books, I would think you were lying to me. Because in a way I am getting paid to read books because the books that I read influence the videos that I create and the author portraits that I make and the artwork that I create in the long run and the tattoo reels that I make on Instagram. It all relates to one another. And if you told me 5 years ago when I was still in school, if I would be making money by reading books and making art about the books that I read, I would think you were lying. And so the fact that you guys make all of this possible for me, again, I will say it a million times, is just, I am speechless. It just means more than anything. So thank you so much. I'm sorry that this whole video has just been one huge ramble, but that's kind of what I've just wanted it to be. I wanted it to tell you guys about my Etsy shop, tell you that my red rabbit is home, and thank you so much for the support with the red rabbit. And just, I think a job in the arts, a job in a creative field is so worthwhile, especially in this day and age, because there are so many opportunities out there that we aren't even aware of. Like I said about being on Spotify, never in my life did I think my artwork would be on Spotify. But all of these different things have made that possible for me, and so that's what I love. But again, it does come with pros and cons. So I can't recommend being freelance enough. Just weigh out your options and just know, like any job, there are going to be positives and negatives. For me, I think there are more positives than negatives. And I just want this to be a huge thank you. So yes, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on with me, how I've been doing, and I've been a freelancer for probably a year now, so like a 1-year check-in for being freelance and just being honest, being open, and full transparency about being freelancer, being you know, bookish social media, what it's like. It's wonderful. It just, again, like everything, comes with pros and cons. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now because I just feel like this has been one huge ramble. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. I hope that this video, either you found it entertaining? Was it entertaining? I don't know. Just me rambling about the things that have been on my mind, and informative, helpful, I don't know. I hope that you got something out of this video. And again, thank you for the millionth time for all of your support, for making me able to do this, for living my dream, doing my dream job. I hope eventually I will get a book written and illustrated by me to you someday. And yes, just thank you. And I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you're reading some amazing books. Let me know all your thoughts on this. What are your thoughts on bookish social media? Have you had struggles with the arts? In the art field, are you a creative as well? What struggles have you had in your field? Because I feel like just talking about these things with people is really helpful to know that you're not alone in this. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and being present and being lovely. I will see you soon in another video, TikTok, Reel, on my Etsy page. I will see you everywhere because that's where I am. And I hope you're having a fantastic day. So happy reading and happy creating.